The division bench of R.F. Nariman and B.R. Gauji, while addressing a significant and interesting question of law, expressed that if one were to include the power to modify an award in section 34, one would be crossing the Lakshman Rekha. Interesting question of law. Whether the power of court under section 34 of the Arbitration and Conciliation Act 1996 to set aside an award of an arbitrator would include the power to modify such an award. Madras High Court decision. A division bench of the Madras High Court had disposed of a large number of appeals filed under section 37 of the said act, laying down as a matter of law that at least insofar as arbitral awards made under the National Highways Act 1956, section 34 of the Arbitration Act must be so read as to permit modification of an arbitral award made under the National Highways Act so as to enhance compensation awarded by an arbitrator. Factual matrix. The crux of the matter was that the above stated appeals concerned notifications issued under the provisions of National Highways Act and awards passed. The said notification were of the year 2009 onwards, and the awards made were based on the guideline value of the lands in question and not on the basis of sale deeds of similar lands. It was stated that the competent authority had granted abysmally low amounts. In section 34, petitions that were filed before the district and session judge, the said amounts were enhanced to rupees 654 per square meter, and the award of the collector was therefore modified by the district court in exercise of jurisdiction under section 34 of the Arbitration Act. Further, in the appeal filed to division bench, the above stated modification was upheld, with there being a renamed order to fix compensation for certain trees and crops. Analysis, law and decision. Section 34 of the Arbitration Act. Bench noted that far from section 34 being in the nature of an appellate provision, it provides only for setting aside awards on a very limited grounds, such grounds being contained in subsection 2 and 3 of the section 34. It is the opinion of the arbitral tribunal which quotes in order to eliminate the grounds for setting aside the award which may be indicated by the court during the section 34 application. Further, the court stated that section 34 is modeled on the Unilateral Model Law on International Commercial Arbitration 1985, under which no power to modify award is given to a court hearing a challenge to an award. Elaborating more, bench added that by way of contrast, under section 15 and 16 of the Arbitration Act 1940, the court is given the power to modify or correct an award in the circumstances mentioned in the section 15, apart from a power to remit the award under section 60. Thus, under the scheme of old act, an award may be remitted, modified, or otherwise set aside, given the grounds contained in section 30 of the 1940 Act, which are broader than on the grounds contained in section 34 of 1996 Act. Adding to the above, court stated that the point raised in the appeal stands concluded in McDermott International Inc. versus Burn Standard Company Limited, 2006, 11 SCC 181. Delhi High Court's decision in Cybernetics Network Private Limited versus Bisquare Technologies Private Limited, 2012 SCC Online Del 115 is also instructive. Court's opinion. Hence, in court's opinion, there cannot be a doubt that section 24 of the Arbitration Act 1996 cannot be held to include within it a power to modify an award. McDermott International Inc. versus Standard Company Limited, 2006, 11 SCC 181 was followed in Kinnari Mulik versus Ghanshyam Das Damani, Damani, 2018, 11 SCC 328. Also in Dakshin Haryana Bijli versus Vitran Nigam Limited versus Navigant Technologies Private Limited, 2021, SCC Online SC 157. A recent judgment of this court also followed McDermott International Inc. versus Burn Standard Company Limited, 2006, stating that there is no power to modify an arbitral award under section 34 as In law, where the court set aside the award passed by the majority members of the tribunal, the underlying disputes were required to be decided afresh in an appropriate proceeding. Under Section 34 of the Arbitration Act, the court may either dismiss the objections filed and uphold the award or set aside the award if the grounds contained in subsection 2 and 2A are made out. There is no power to modify an arbitral award. Judicial trend. Therefore, in view of the above discussed, it can be stated that this question has now been settled finally by at least 3 decisions of the Supreme Court. To state that the judicial trend appears to favor an interpretation that would read into Section 34, a power to modify, revise, or vary the award, would be ignore the previous law contained in 1940 Act, as also to ignore the fact that 1996 Act was enacted based on the Unilateral Model Law on International Commercial Arbitration 1985. Coming to the submission in support of the impugned judgment that the fact that the central government appoints an arbitrator and the arbitration would therefore not be consensual, resulting in a government servant rubber stamping an award which then cannot be challenged on its merits, cannot possibly lead to a conclusion that therefore a challenge on merits must be provided, driving a coach and for though Section 34 of the Act 1996. The impugned judgment is also incorrect on this score. Lastly, the Supreme Court that if one were to include the power to modify an award in Section 34, one would be crossing the Lakshman Rekha and doing what according to justice of a case ought to be done. Parliament very clearly intended that no power of modification of an award exists in Section 34 of the Arbitration Act 1996. In several cases, the NAHI has not filed appeals even in matters which are similar, that is arising from the same Section 3A notification, as a result of which certain landowners have got away with enhanced compensation given to them by a district court. Also, we cannot shut our eyes to the fact that the arbitrator has awarded compensation on a completely perverse basis by taking into account a guideline value which is relevant only for stamp duty purposes and not taking into account sale deeds which would have reflected the proper market value of the land. Differential compensation. The court noted that in several cases, the NHAI has not filed appeals even in matters which are similar, that is arising from the same Section 3A notification. As a result, which certain landowners have got away with enhanced compensation given to them by the district court. Also, the arbitrator has awarded compensation on a completely perverse basis, that is, deeds that would have reflected the proper market value of the land. The court of the opinion that the said differential compensation cannot be awarded on the ground that a different public purpose is sought to be achieved. Also, the legislature cannot say that, however laudable the public purpose and however important is to expedite the process of acquisition, differential compensation is to be paid depending upon the public purpose involved on the statute involved.
Stop here. Thank you, Archana. Thanks, Vandana. I think Archana got some problem, no problem. Now, I would like to explain all of you what is the arbitration. Now, you all are lawyer here, so I won't be telling you actually what is arbitration, but one thing can be told to, it's like a private court case, like it's between the, it can be this flat and four people sitting can decide the matter. So arbitrator is appointed by the two parties. See, Arbitration and Conciliation Act is very small act. You all can read that, but it's like a private court. It's not going to the court actually. And CPC, CRPC, Evidence Act will apply to it, but it will not apply the way it has to be applied in the court. So always remember one thing, that it will be applied to the court very strictly. But when it comes to arbitration, it will be very, it will not be that rigid. That CPC, CRPC, IP, not IPC for civil matters. It will be applied that. For arbitration, first is for civil matters. One, you have to understand. Secondly, there will not be judgment. It will be award will be passed. If you have read it, Vandana read just now, you may have heard that what was his being award. And now here the issue was whether the award can be modified by the court. So what Vandana read, the essence of that the award cannot be modified by the court unless and until there is actually an ambiguity or there is a very big mistake in that. Otherwise, it cannot be modified. That power has not been given by the law. Now, another thing, how the arbitration runs. It is as simple as that two companies come together and they want to do some business. But afterwards, if there is a dispute in their agreement, they make a clause that we will go to arbitrator instead of this is going to the court. Now here in civil matters, mostly it happens in banking, in vehicle matters, in also home loan matters, which are totally purely of civil nature. So arbitration is used in such the idea behind was to get early judgment and not to take away the court's precious time, which is kept for other constitutional matters or criminal matters. So one thing you always have to remember that arbitration is always for the civil matters. Now in matrimonial matters, arbitration does not happen. It is a mediation. In civil matters, in the court, it happens is the mediation. So always remember that these are different arrangements. As you go ahead in your practice, you will be knowing this. So this was a very small part, but I will urge all of you here to read the Arbitration Conciliation Act. Somebody can just put up the Barrett, Labdi or Vandana or Nilesh in the group, and they can go through the Arbitration Act. So it is one of the easiest act I would like all of you to read. And for that, you don't have to have big knowledge. Just if you have the basic knowledge of the fact, that is enough for you to run the trial before the arbitrator. It will not be called a trial, but it will be a proceeding. Now we'll go to another thing, that is a vocabulary for today. This is an article about a very interesting personality. And we have to learn from this person. A constitutional jar par excellence bids and abidu. Now here, just see. He is Justice Rohinton Nariman, retired from the Supreme Court last week. And about him, it is said that he has a mirror memory or elephantic memory, and he remembers everything. He must be, Supreme Court mein kaha jata hai, he must have the by heart 500 judgments. He can know that when he was elevated to the Supreme Court. And also his father, Fali Nariman, is a very big jurist. He is above 95 somewhere now, right now. Still he comes to the court. Now see, this is an article. Just I will be reading for all of you to understand what kind of hard work goes in a lawyer's life. As a lawyer, I found there were many misgivings felt by communities about each other. I wanted to write a book on the gems of each faith and get it to the children. Children ask questions at home. They are inquisitive. I felt at least they should learn about each other's faith for a better tomorrow. Now the word used is jar. Jar is बादशाह, रशिया से आया हुआ word है. Adieu मतलब bye bye goodbye बोलना. Inquisitive naturally बच्चे जो क्वेश्चन पूछते हैं बहुत ही जिज्ञासा से. Now Justice Fazal Ali, Vivian Bose, R.F. Nariman, do they have anything common? Each one fit to be a constitutional jar in the Judicial Hall of Fame. मतलब उनको they are called बादशाह, the kingdom. Now here, the foremost question is if the first two were asked to continue as justice of top court on an ad hoc. Ad hoc means ad hoc is regularly used in the criminal courts. That is the temporary ad hoc basis upon retirement. Why shouldn't Rohinton F. Nariman be asked to do the same after attaining 65 years on August 12? He is physically fit and mentally agile as ever. Agile means very active person. He is possibly at the peak of his prowess. It would be cruel travesty to let him retire. Now the prowess means बोलते ना बहुत ही smart है और you can call that is there is a fortitude, daring, कुछ भी decision ले सकते हैं. इट विल बी क्रूअल ट्रेवेस्टी टू लेट हिम रिटायर। अगर आप उनको रिटायर देने दे रहे तो इट इज अ पैरोडी, मतलब गलती होगी उनको रिटायर होना, मतलब विडंबना होगी। देयर इज सो मच लेफ्ट इन हिम टू कंट्रीब्यूट टू इंडिया। What is so special about Justice R.F. Nariman? Everything that was special about Fazal Ali and Vivian Bose. They were no ordinary judges or mortals, so to say. They were born to become the iconic rock stars they were destined to. बहुत अच्छी तरह से ये आर्टिकल लिखा गया है। To quote Joseph Chaute, you will look in when elsewhere for more spotless honor, more patient industry, more conscientious fidelity than among the honest members of the legal profession. Now here the fidelity जो हमने वर्ड देखा है वो होता है loyalty. Normally family matters में हम लोग infidelity बोलते हैं. The emphasis ought to be on the expression honest, and Justice Nariman was among the honest best. Or to put it even more fallaciously, as Justice Felix Frankfurter said, there are some who are gifted. To see one side of a problem is easy. Almost everybody can do that. To see at least two, as is often required, more than two sides, takes a special training found only in legal profession. See, these words are very important. It is saying कि lawyer को दोनों side देखना पड़ता है. You may be approached by the complainant, you may be approached by the accused. तो ये जो आर्ट है आपको सिखाया एज ए लॉयर कि यू कैन अपीयर फॉर एनीबॉडी, that is as per law you can appear for only one, but only one side, but when you don't know who will come to you, it may be petitioner, it may be respondent, it may be a complainant, it may be accused. So that art is given only in legal profession. Justice Nariman epitomized these virtues and cultivated faculty. He was a devoted junior colleague of legendary Nanabhai Ardeshir Palkiwala, that is Nani Palkiwala बोलते हैं, assisting him in cases like Minerva Mills, though just out of university. Minerva Mills ये बहुत famous landmark case है, celebrated case of Supreme Court. Nani famously said, the Constitution constitutes the nation. Democracy is never a destination reached, but always a beckoning goal. Beckoning मतलब पुकारने वाला, calling upon every citizen to play his part in a dedicated spirit in the great endeavor of nation building. Justice Nariman lived by this Nani speak from the pulpit as his pronouncement loudly proclaimed. Every tribute that Nani paid to Soli Sorabji or Fali Nariman applied to Rohinton as well. Add H.M. Shirvai to this league. They say that the water in Seattle must have something in it. Turn out Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos and Steve Jobs. We can assert that the Arabian Sea must have it too, to make our constitutional law dream team of Parsis. ये सारे Parsis थे, ये भी बोला जाता है. Justice Nariman was a dedicated constitutionalist to the core. He was not an originalist in the Antonin Scalia mold. He was a liberal in the Louis Breden's genre. For him, the holy book was divine, not to be on the prayer mental, but as living and throbbing tool of life. He did not read it, he digested it. And not the Indian constitution alone, but also the US, Irish, Japanese, Australian, Canadian, South African, and unwritten UK ones too. See, UK का जो constitution है unwritten है, but he has read, सिर्फ Indian constitution नहीं पढ़ा है उन्होंने, US constitution पढ़ा है, Irish, Japanese, Australian, Canadian. So the constitution of India ही नहीं पढ़ा है. He has read the other countries' constitution. His elephantic memory could recall, not paraphrase the article word for word, syllabus for syllable, and punctuation to punctuation. उनका जो elephantic memory था, mirror memory, मतलब he was able to word वो article का बोल सकते हैं. That memory he has got. And not as a grammarian, one ought not to be. As Justice Muhammad Hidayatullah spoke, he breathed those constitutional principles and chiseled them in words, as Justice K.S. Puttaswamy, while alluding to the descents of Fazal Ali and Vivian Bose as works of his soulmates, not to forget the descent of K. Subbarao as well. He could well have been a history professor, were he not a lawyer. There is no history yet to be written that he has not read. His face radiates and his words pour out in a torrent when he tucks into the French Revolution and the notions of the liberté, égalité, fraternite. If you heard Nani's budget speeches, Nani Palkiwala finance पे budget पे बोलते थे. you would see similarities. Without a sleep or note, you can hear Justin Nariman literally turning pages from his memory book as he regals in his audience. So this articles is on bar and bench, and if you what you have understood, Supreme Court के judge बने, we all say how lucky he is, but just imagine he has read not only our constitution, Japanese, Irish, unwritten भी था कुछ US अपना लंदन का, UK का, that also he has read. तो really I don't know हम लोग कितना पहुंच सकते हैं, but at least our constitution we can read at least 5 to 10 times, at least to understand actually what is it. So this was one article I would like to share with all of you. And Justice Nariman, there are many articles published. If you just Google it or you see some last 1 week's newspapers, you will find so many articles there. Now we will go for vote of thanks by Jaya. Jaya, kindly unmute yourself.
Yeah, good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Ma'am, I would like to extend my gratitude to Advocate Anita Bafna, Madam, to give us an immense knowledge and sharing her work experience with us. I would also like to congratulate ma'am that she is doing such a noble job by helping us new and budding lawyers by taking out her time from her busy schedule and keeping new and exciting lectures which will help us in future, making us strong in the legal field. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Jaya. It was nice.